Hello. You're tuning into an episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's second topic, they make a top 5 quarterback list from McCourty. Look. So check this out, right? Everybody knows, I don't think his name is Phil Simms, but I forgot his name. It's like Phil Simms' son, Chris Simms. And he always comes out with this big quarterback ranking that a lot of people take notice of, right? And I think he goes through like 40 quarterbacks. He watches a crap load of tape and stuff like that. And everybody pretty much tunes in to see who his top 40 and where they're ranked, because he gives pretty in-depth reasoning on why he puts people where they put them. Now, mind you, it's not perfect. We be going at him a lot of times because we don't understand some of the stuff that hit criteria what he picks. But it's a list that everybody notices. And McCourty goes on with him on this one because his list isn't out yet. And McCourty tells you his top 5 quarterbacks. So what I'm going to play the clip what McCourty says where he names his top 5, and then we're going to break it down. And one of them, I get why he's on top 5, but it kind of irked me, the excuses he was giving. All right, so without further ado, let's get this party started.
There. So because I don't have to do all that research, I'm just going off the top of my head. And
let me hear it.
You already mentioned Patty Mahomes.
Yeah, that's one.
That's one.
And
easy.
Everyone doesn't like it, but I think because I played against Josh Allen so many times, I'm just like, I love his game, and I hated it. Playing against him, I hated it, but I just always feel like playing against him, it was just like, man, we have this huge challenge. So for me, Josh Allen's that second guy, and I think
the league and the fans, there's a disconnect of how Josh Allen's viewed a little bit.
I was just about,
right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mean to cut you off,
no,
go ahead. But there's a fight there, and
I just
people don't
hate
realize
that people will watch this guy play a great football game, right? They'll say, man, like, this guy hasn't played well, that guy hasn't played well. They couldn't get the running game going, and then he broke a run, and then he did this. And then he'll have one play in the game, and they'll be like, see, he's just a bad football player. He's a bad quarterback. And I'm like, but, like, they wouldn't even be in this situation.
Right. They're blown out if he did already.
Like, we can't discredit that, and I get it. You want your...
To be fair with the Josh Allen thing, I just want everyone to understand it, since there's context that needs to be said about him being number 2 on his list. Josh Allen led the league in turnovers. That's number 1. And his team got better when they took the ball out of his hands. I was going to make sure you understand it, all right? Keep going.
Quarterback to make all the clutch plays and the clutch moments and everything. I understand that fully. I played with Tom Brady for 10 years. I witnessed it.
Yeah.
But it was also that the games or the few games that if he didn't make the play or we got strip sacked or something like that, we didn't walk away and say, man, this guy, it was just like, this guy's phenomenal.
Right.
Just today wasn't our day.
Right.
So for me, Josh Allen is there. For me, then I would go Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
The only thing that crushed me with Lamar Jackson last year was the playoff game.
Yeah.
I think it was the full offensive strategy. You led the league in rushing attempts, and then in that game, you just didn't, and it was just like you threw the ball way too much. So that made me a little weary. And then filling out, I would say my top 5. I would go Joe Burrow coming back.
Yeah.
And then my 5th guy, I think, coming in this year that I fell in love with last year was Jordan Love.
Yeah.
I think Jordan Love, the way he played, I think
that's crazy. Jordan Love at 5.
Seems like he has that itch to be great, right? When you have to follow behind Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers,
crazy.
There's no kind of I arrived moment.
Yo.
Because everything you've done, when you look up, you're like, shit. They did that. They did better at that.
Language.
Oh, they had to. So you're always comparing yourself against 2 of the greatest quarterbacks that have played, and they're in your franchise.
Yeah.
So you see them every time you walk in the building. You see their pictures. You see their jersey. So I just feel like he's not going to have that kind of regression for a guy that, it's not his first year, but his first real snap starting.
All right, I'm going to stop it right there, right? Let me be real with you, right? And this is why I expected this season. I even said it this offseason to be a little more headache driven because we fumbled literally the AFC Championship game. And because of that, it just left such a bad taste in the mouth of so many people that watched the game. You know what I mean? That it's just people are going to throw shade. And look, I get it. I've actually said that we better, we better expect it. But putting Josh Allen over Lamar Jackson is absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. The guy didn't make it to the AFC Championship game. The guy led the league in, like I said earlier, turnovers and interceptions. The guy literally put his team in so many bad positions. And then his team got better when they took the ball out of his hand. And you want to tell me he's number 2 on your list? No! You're wrong. But here, I just don't like how they'll defend some of these guys, right? You heard exactly what he said about Lamar. And look, we lost the AFC Championship game. I'm expecting it. Fine. But you're not hearing anything good. He's talking good about Jordan Love. He talks good about, Josh Allen. And then it's like, they're like, oh, well, Lamar's just a bad taste in my mouth, blah, blah, blah. Now, mind you, I understand. I'm not saying they're lying because there's a bad taste in every Raven fan's mouth. And it's not just Lamar, it's the whole team, right? We just did not play a good game. And the coaching staff did an absolutely horrid job. You understand where I'm coming from? So there's that too. So I get the bad taste. I get some of people's anger. I get the lack of empathy for people going or taking shots at the Ravens right now because of what we went through watching that game. All I'm saying is that, bro, when we're talking about the top 5 quarterbacks in the league, it goes Patrick Mahomes 1, Lamar Jackson number 2. And look, Pat Mahomes got 3 Super Bowls. No matter which way, I don't care if you don't like him, don't respect him. You got to respect what he's achieved. The guy is a 2-time MVP, and he's a 3-time champion and a 3-time Super Bowl MVP. Like I said before, he is the guy on the top of the mountain. Everybody else is under him. It just is what it is. And even winning 1 will not be enough. The only way someone can knock him off is if they win 2. And they have to have MVPs on top of it. So, you know what I'm saying? So that only leaves pretty much Lamar to knock him off there. These other guys haven't even, bro, like, none of these other guys that we're naming have led the league in passing touchdowns. They haven't had the number 1 offense. They never had the number 1 seed. Like, they've never been MVPs. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lamar's checked all those boxes. The only box that Lamar is yet to check is winning a Super Bowl. And so he's the only one that can say, hey, I'm the closest one to try to usurp this guy's power, and I'm hoping that he gets it done this year, and then next year we double up. And then, after we double up, then it's like, yeah, boy. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, yo, we about to talk some smack to y'all. Like, I got to catch this fade. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at mentally from this. And like I said, there's going to be a lot of top 5, top 10 lists that are going to be coming out during this offseason because, right now there's dry spell and everything else, and it is what it is. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with his top 5? And if you want me to remind you, it was Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Jordan Love. Bro, I've never heard anybody put Jordan Love top 5 over Matthew Stafford. If everything is about the Super Bowl, how do you put a guy like Love over Stafford? How? Tua, like, led the league in passing yards, had the number 1 offense and stuff like that. How do you put this guy over? What's his name on the 49ers? How? Goff? I forgot about Goff on the Lions. Like, how? But like I said, let me know what you think down in the comment section. Y'all tell me your top 5, because we're going to have a lot of top 5 lists coming out, all right? But as always, that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. Y'all know how we get down. We have fun and we laugh, but everything we talk about rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. You know I love the comments. If you've not done so already, check out The Wunderkind Show's Patreon. Yes, 3 tiers of content goodness whenever your consumption. Give it a look, give it a try. Let me know what you think. And if you would like to donate to the channel, help out with equipment and such stuff like that, we're saving for a new camera and we're saving for a Starlink system. Bottom of the screen, QR code. QR code's to a Cash App. Cash App's located in the description of every video that we do. And the name of it is The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Nectar, signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Huh? Yerp!
Finish him, Daddy.
Oh!